No, this is not a Hollywood blockbuster. The planes crashing into these towers are real. And these buildings crashed to the ground, including one that wasn't hit by anything at all. The American population was terrorized, hypnotized, and traumatized by repetitive showings of the devastation, with the media repeating over and over that it was a terrorist attack.
Race don't matter, your faith don't matter, the enemy is government tyranny, all that other shit don't matter.
What's up, everyone? Peace. Today, this is part 5, and it's Venus, the gate to Nazi Aldebaran. So, let's go. Let's get this started. Behind most important events in the last century stand an invisible insider, the self-proclaimed goddess Isis, I think it's Isis though, the first child of goddess Isis and the god Set. She is a female demon who is also known as Ishtar, or as Inanna in ancient Sumer. She is associated to Venus, which has occult significance. In 1220, Knights Templar Hubertus Koch was returning from the Crusades and passing through Mesopotamia near the old city of Nineveh in modern Iraq. Isis appeared to him. She ordered him to travel to the Untersberg mountain near Berchtesgaden and Salzburg to build a base there and await her next apparition. Whether that is true or not, in 1221 Koch did build his first commandery at the foot of Edinburgh near Markt Schellenberg. A second larger building followed. It is believed that over the next few years, underground galleries were excavated into various areas of the, I think it's Untersberg or Utenberg, and in one of them temples to Isis was built. A second apparition occurred in 1226. This was repeated on occasions until 1238. During the period, the Templars received the Isis Offenbarung, a series of prophecies and information concerning the Holy Grail. The Templars were also given items from Isis, e.g. a two-headed Baphomet figure. The most important item is considered to be the Black Stone. The black-purple stone, born mighty God, it is wisdom and strength. Power is divine light, given from the hand of All-Father. In Valhalla Castle, the gods watch over him there. The black-violet stone is called Lua, and contains the female Lu vibration. Garl stone, containing the male vibration, was brought by Odin himself to Earth. Both combined open up a hyperdimensional loom gate, which draws the Lu beam from the black sun in the crater constellation via Venus to Earth. The Astro Venus worked as a reflector and transmitter. The two-headed Baphomet unites these two stones as one god. This small group of Templars around Hubertus Koch were ordered to form a secret order in southern Germany and Austria, which came to be known as Die Herren vom Schwarzenstein, which equals DHVSS, the Lords of the Black Stone, and Venice, the Ordo Bucentoro was founded in Isis' honor. Thule Temple documents show that in Vril mythology, creation is seen as of the masculine and feminine principles in tandem. Hence the iconography of the Baphomet figure, a two-headed male and female cultic artifact. Isaias acts as divine sister of revelation, together with Jesus as the divine brother of revelation. They are intermediaries, a dualistic creator, and represented by the Baphomet idol. Now this is unbelievable, but interesting. The Lu beam comes through Venus, and Jesus does have a spiritual connection to Venus. Venus herself is definitely associated to Lucifer. The word Lucifer is taken from the Latin Vulgate, which translates, that's Hebrew, whatever, as Lucifer. Isa 14:12, meaning the morning star. The planet Venus, or as an adjective, light-bringing. The Septuagint renders in Greek as Hieosphoros, a name literally bringer of dawn, for the morning star. In the New Testament, Jesus is called the morning star. Yeah, because the sun. Revelation 12:16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. 2 Peter 1:19-19, I think. And we have the word of the prophets made more certain, and you will do well to pay attention to it, as to a light shining in dark place until day dawns and the morning star rises into your hearts. I like that picture. That's odd, because if anything rises in your heart, then it's the sun. I would go for the big light, not for that tiny light, wannabe sun, Venus/Lucifer. Note that the term morning star is used throughout the New Testament and is in reference to Jesus the Christ. Keep this in mind. The Hebrew translation had the word Hallel in the place of Lucifer, or rather, St. Jerome replaced the word Hallel with Lucifer. What does Hallel mean? This word transliterated Hallel or Hallel refers in the apocryphal Enochian Jewish tradition to rebellious fallen angels, the Watchers. And even in numerology and gematria, the value of the names Lucifer and Jesus are exactly the same, 74 and 74, 222 and 222, 444 and 444. And the value of the morning star is the value of Lucifer and Jesus combined, 148, 444, and 888. It all makes sense if you look at it from an occult perspective. The light coming through Venus is the Lu beam from the black sun in the Creator constellation. Venus is its light bearer in our solar system. Thus Lucifer shines this dark, false light, and so does Jesus. The Mandeans, sorry, I need something to drink. The Mandeans, a still existing Gnostic sect, called Jesus a false prophet and traitor. For them, John the Baptist was the true prophet of the Christ. The Christ Logos being, of course, invisible spirit, and not the person Jesus. True Gnostics worship the Christ as spirit, in the meaning of the Logos, or the Paraclete, i.e. the Holy Ghost. Clive Prince and Lynn Picknett discuss the idea in their books, The Templar Revelation, Secret Guardians of the True Identity of Christ, and The Mask of Christ, Behind the Lies and Cover-Ups About the Life of Jesus. Back to Isaias and her connection to Templars and Nazis. The name Vril is the shortening of Vril, which means like God. There were different occult groups with different beliefs. The DHVSS 1912 worshipped the German mountain goddess Isis, and the Black Stone. Schwartz-Stein. The Thule Society, 1917, believed in the hollow earth theory and derived its name from Ultima Thule, the ancient capital of Hyperborea at the top of the world. All societies merged in the year 1919. Officially, the Vril Society was the All-German Society for Metaphysics. The Vrils worshipped a black sun, the invisible inner light of the Godhead, which supposedly gave or generated invisible power, and they communicated with Aryan aliens living in the Aldebaran system through psychic channeling. The seductive Vril girls were in effect muses of Isaias, looking to reestablish the link to the heavenly realm of Isaias, or more likely a demonic underworld located at Aldebaran in the Taurus system. In the summer of 1922, in a small barn outside of Munich, this occult society received plans for an interdimensional flight machine to channeled information from Aldebaran by their two mediums, Maria Orsic and Sigrun. Aldebaran, alleged home of the Aryan star gods, is a giant red star and part of the Taurus constellation, also known as Bullseye, or Bullshit, no, I'm joking, due to its position in the heavens. It is the star of illumination, also known as the way of false spiritual enlightenment, which the Vril medium so desperately thought. They believed that their long acted as cosmic antenna to receive spirit communication from the beyond. They believed that their long hair acted as cosmic antennas. I agree with that. There's a lot of people's ancestors out there that grew long hair, especially in Asia, especially the tribes that were here and the people in Africa, all over. And that's why the white man grew their hair also, the so-called white man, and long beards and all that stuff. But let's keep going. The crater constellation is supposed to be the place where the black sun, Loom, is located. Its name is Latin for cup. Oh, I'm starting to think about Serapis with the cup on the head. Its name is Latin for cup, and in Greek mythology, it is identified with the cup of the god Apollo. The god of light and the sun. The origin of the black sun symbol is unknown. Some say it represents a black hole at the center of our galaxy. Or how about the center of this plane? It is also believed to be the source from which all reality has sprung, i.e. the Great Void. The Lu beam can hit Earth only via the mirror function of Venus. Isaias is still worshipped today. Now here goes, I think this might be Isaias, I don't know. But there's your little alien ship. There's the swastika. Anyway, we'll go on to the next chapter. Earth as Angel Trap. I would like to comment on the following chart of the secret order DGDIOD-T, which describes Earth and the whole solar system as an angel trap. The real divine world is a light world. Our entire soul lives there in harmony with all that is. But there is a dark place in this light world. There was built an attractor by two entities. The order states their names, Satan and Gabriel. A trap which allures divine souls. It is not explained here how this trap works exactly, but we can picture it. A seductive situation which promises an advantage to the angel, but also a fake cry for help which exploits his good intentions to bring about his downfall. If the angel is trapped, his soul gets blown up and parted. Through his traumatic soul fragmentation, the knowledge about the divine light world gets lost to the greatest extent. The splitting into consciousness and unconsciousness begins. The disassociated parts of the fragment soul, I'm reading it bad today. The decision parts of the fragmented soul turn up into different worlds of experience and get different planets and moons, partly as silicone-based life forms, Psi world, or also known on Earth as carbon life forms, Sea world. The soul's fragments undergo experiences which are not part of the divine, but a demonic reality. Life in this experience, matrices, follows, Life in this experience, matrices or mattresses? I don't know. Follows the script of the angel trap. Essential elements are the fight of good against evil, demonic seductions and intimidations, conflicts, experiences of frustration and shortcoming, the search for true love, and so on. But as long as your soul is trapped, whenever good is victorious, when the demons are defeated and love comes true, the script is changed. Evil prevails and the vicious circle is beginning all over again. This is a simplified portrayal of what the order DGDIODT wants to tell the angelic earthlings so they can escape the trap. To make this very clear, Jesus, by the way, got caught in the trap and is now part of the trap, but Christ is the way out. That's a little confusing. After I came in touch with this information, it took me 10 years to really understand it. That much time you should take before you start to argue. The matrices of experience. I'm saying that word wrong, I know I am. Like, for example, Earth are populated by different players. For on there are trapped and blasted angel and soul parts. On the other hand, there are the agents of Satan and the agents of Gabriel and of Baphomet. At this point, the clue about Gabriel gain. She is to be considered a female angel of darkness who can be called an angel of the witches. The agents of Satan and Gabriel agree to that false play on a soul level. However, their consciousness on the level of the persona is normally so restricted that they can't and don't want to see and admit to themselves their dark and evil parts. The fragmented souls of God's angels are overlaid by resonators, which stem from the agents of Satan and Gabriel. Their smashed souls make them defenseless against that overlapping. They don't realize the false game. The resonators are located in the subtle body of the agents of darkness. Souls of God's angels are overlaid by resonators, which stem from the agents of Satan and Gabriel. Their smashed souls make them defenseless against overlapping. They don't realize the false game. The resonators are located in the subtle body of the agents of darkness, but can also be found in items or their subtle fields created by them, e.g. technical devices or buildings, etc. That's how the divine angels can't escape and the trap remains intact. So I had to pause real quick, grab some water, because somehow some video popped up while I'm recording. I don't want to start this all over. So yeah, I left off here. There is to find a not uncommon scheme, relationships and marriages between agents and humans who carry soul parts of angels. At first, the light flows between both auras. Satan and Gabriel skim the light and allow themselves an unburdened life in abundance. Then offerings are fathered. Thus, a linkage of genes developed and it becomes carnal. Now the divine energy flows on hard-wired conductors to the agents and form there to the Satan and Gabriel system. Who can be treated in therapy? Everyone who sets out for the light world of God. Not treated can be those who hinder or prevent this way back. All soul parts of angels who have recognized the trap, remember the way back, and want to start back for home, can receive backing and support. But there can be no help whatsoever for Satan, Gabriel, and their earthly incarnates. Well, that guy don't look too happy. He's got a big pimple on his arm. Skin cracking. Looks pretty thirsty. A lot of chemtrails. This guy looks funny. What is that? What are them little dinosaurs called? Raptors. He's got his middle finger up. This is crazy. Wow. Meet the Archons, the 7 deadly sins. After this, I'll stop. Pride, greed, lust, wrath, gluttony, envy, sloth. These sins, let's open this up. These sins are the origin of all other sins. They are the reason why our soul is bound to flesh through reincarnation. Really. Like Castaneda said, the predators gave us their mind, which became our mind. Since the 16th century, the list of Peter Binsfield is the most common one. The archons of the deadly sins are 7 very powerful demons. They correspond to 7 planetary principles. Connected to the deadly sins, the challenging astrological aspects come into play through incontinence and one-sidedness. Now a listing follows of all archons. Now a listing follows of all archons, their planets, their corresponding deadly sins, and their astrological constellation. So the first one would be Lucifer, Sun/Venus, Leo. That's the zodiac, the planet, and the deadly sin is pride, superbia. And in the meaning, Lucifer usually refers to the angel cast to hell after the war in heaven. Lucifer means the shining one, morning star, light bearer, and correlates to the appearance of Venus and dawn, and the false light of the blue beam from the black sun through Venus. The image of the morning star falling from the sky is generally believed among scholars to have a parallel in Canaanite mythology. Lucifer represents the element air, which is connected to intellect, knowledge, and curiosity. He leads mankind astray from the path of humbleness. Demon force field archetype. That's the picture. So, my whole thing is, now all of a sudden, knowledge and curiosity and intellect is a sin? Come on. How are we allowed to seek knowledge, intellect, and be curious and question things? To me, that's just all part of being who we are, man. I don't think that's bad. I don't know. So, this one is Mammon, Archangel Gabriel. Of course, you got blue on. She is connected to the planet Saturn, and she's in the Capricorn Aquarius. And the deadly sin is greed, avaritia, or avaritia. The term mammon refers to the excessive materialism or greed as a negative influence. Property which has been grubbed unrightfully. Matt 6:24. No man can serve two masters. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Ralph Moucher identifies avaritia, or avartia, I don't know, with the Archangel Gabriel, who is in fact a fallen light being. She controls humans out of the subconscious as an archetype of the witch in the personal shadow. This force field of a witch mantles deep in the subconscious mind, other archetypes and shadow splinters. Her color is blue. Her synchronicity number is 34. Mythologically, she is known as Lilith, Hecate, Circe, and Isis. She transmitted the Quran visions to Muhammad. This guy is Asmodeus, connected to Venus in the constellation Taurus and Libra. The sin is lust, luxuria. Asmodeus is the demon of lust and is therefore responsible for twisting people's sexual desires. He is the king of demons, appearing among the books in the Kabbalah and the Book of Tobit. Or is it Tobit? He has 72 legions of demons under his command. He's still a punk. He is one of the kings of hell under Lucifer the Emperor. He incites gambling, so he must be at the casino a lot, and is the overseer of all the gambling houses in the court of hell. Wow, I was right. Some Catholic theologians compared him with Abaddon, yet other authors considered Asmodeus a prince of revenge. He is accountable pornography, lust, and disordered sexual desires, deprived thought, unwholesomeness, morality, desire for excitement, or need to be accepted or recognized by others, obsessive, unlawful, or unnatural sexual desire, and unnatural sexual appetites like rape and sodomy, which are considered to be extreme lust and are said to be mortal sin. Okay. So, making love or whatever with your wife or your girl's sin now all of a sudden, which should, to me, is natural to do that, to be a creator. Anyway, the next one is, what's this guy's name here? There's no name. Oh, Satan. Yeah, okay. Satan, with the planet Mars, synchronizes with Mars, and then the constellation Aries / Scorpio. That's great, because I'm an Aries. Of course, this bum had to be there. And his sin is wrath, Ura. Satan was primarily an accuser man, I'm reading bad today. Saturn, Satan, it's all the same. Satan was primarily an accuser and adversary, a decidedly malevolent entity. Satan is always subordinate to the power of God, having a role in the divine plan. In the Old Testament, he had the role of the accuser before the divine court of God, who tested the integrity of the defendant. His color is red. And that's crazy, because I like the color red the most. It's always been my favorite color. But it's sad that they take colors and turn them into what they want. His color is red. His synchronicity number is 666. He represents the element fire, which in occult philosophy stands for drive, initiative, and the own will. He also personifies anger and rage in the color red. Yet anger, in its divine form, is an important requirement for the religio Satan. The religio. Satan puts you on the test. Baphomet synchronicity number 23 seduces you to evil. Baphomet is the real opponent of God. If Satan finally becomes spiritually converted, mankind itself can begin its way back home. Really. Beelzebub, planet Jupiter, in the constellation Sagittarius and Pisces. The sin is gluttony, gula. So that's probably why they call it a goulash when you eat. It's gluttony, gula. Thoughtless, waste of everything. Of course, man. Overindulgence, misplaced sensuality, uncleanliness, and maliciously depriving others, marked by refusal to share and unreasonable consumption of more than is necessary, especially food or water. Destruction displaced for sport. Destruction especially for sport. Substance abuse or binge drinking. Dante explains it as excessive love of pleasure, associated with pigs in the color orange. The source for the name Beelzebub is in 2 Kings 1, 2, and 3, 6, and 16. Baal Zebub. There is the other dude named Baal. Is variously understood to mean Lord of the Flies. In the Testament of Solomon, Beelzebub says that he was formerly a leading heavenly angel who was associated with the star Hesperus, which is the normal Greek name for the planet Venus as evening star. So she's the evening star and the morning star? Leviathan, Mercury, planet Mercury in the constellation Virgo and Gemini. And the sin is envy, Nvidia, with the upside down triangle. From Hebrew, Leviathan or Leviathan, twisted, coiled, a sea monster derived by Jewish sources as a dragon who lived over the sources of the deep. He personifies grieving, spite, and resentment of material objects, accomplishments or character traits of others, or wishing others to fail or come to harm. Envy is the root of theft and self-loathing. Dante defined this as love of one's own good perverted to a desire to deprive other man's of theirs. God, man. Leviathan represents the element water. The snake that rises from the water is the collective evil from the abyss of our soul. So now we got Belphegor, the moon, and in the constellation Cancer, and he's a sloth, Acadia. Belphegor, Hebrew, Balpoor, Lord of the Gap, is a demon who helps people make discoveries by suggesting to them ingenious inventions that will make them rich. Belphegor tempts by means of laziness. Sloth means apathy, idleness, and wastefulness of time. Laziness is particularly condemned because others must work harder to make up for it. cowardice or irresponsibility, abandonment especially of God. Sloth is a state of equilibrium. One does not produce much. One does not consume much. Dante wrote that sloth is the failure to love God with all one's heart, all one's mind, and all one's soul. In Kabbalistic writings, he is a disputer, an enemy of the six Sephiroth beauty. When summoned, he can grant riches, the power of discovery, and ingenious invention. Well, I don't need none of that. Now this picture is that being eclipsed. You got the torch, the fire, the crown chakra, the upside down 5-pointed star with something in between there. And then you got as above, it says on their arms, so below. And there you go. You got that could be like representation of the Great Mother. I don't know. Hidden. Should we keep going? I'll save this for part 6. Thank everyone for watching. And I don't know. Maybe I'll do part 6 and put both of them out. But thanks for watching. And peace out, everyone.